Alright guys, let's go over D1 2.6 solutions. We're starting with the first one. And what I want to do every time I have one of these absolute value inequalities is that when you get to this point where it's an absolute value is greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to a constant, I first want to say, is it true? Like, we know that this is positive, right? So can a positive be less than 3? And since the answer is yes, we're going to continue. So I would split this into x less than 3 and x greater than negative 3. I do want you to graph these so we can tell if it's an and or an or. So let's see, negative 3 is open circle going in this direction. Positive 3 is open circle going in this direction, so it's an and. Once I know it's an and, I have to put these back together. So I'm going to take this one here, because it's my smallest one, and flip it. So if I flip that, that would be negative 3 less than x. And then I'm going to put this on the other side, less than 3. This should be my inequality. Let's see, which one is that? Negative 3 less than x less than... Yep, so it's the bottom one. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. So once again, I've got absolute value of y greater than or equal to 4.5. I just want to ask, we know that this is going to be positive. Is a positive greater than 4.5, or can a positive be greater than 4.5? And the answer is yes, it can be. So my two equations are going to be y greater than or equal to 4.5, y less than or equal to negative 4.5. I'm going to graph it. So here at negative 4.5, I have a closed circle going to the left. And here at positive 4.5, I have a closed circle going to the right. So this is an or. So I'm looking for this. Y is greater than 4.5, and y is less than or equal to negative 4.5. Y is greater than or equal to 4.5. That would be that one. Once again, on number 5, the absolute value of d plus 9 greater than 3. I know that this part is going to be positive. Can a positive be greater than 9? The answer is yes. So I'm going to have my two equations, d plus 9 greater than 3, d plus 9 less than negative 3. Minus 9 on both sides. D is greater than negative 6. Over here on the right side, minus 9, minus 9. D is less than negative 12. So I'm going to graph it. Here's negative 12. Open circle going to the left. Negative 6. Open circle going to the right. So this is an or. So I'm looking for this. And it might be reversed. Let's see. One of the things that you can rule out is it's none of the ands. So we're going with, well, looks like it's the first one. D greater than negative 12. D less than negative 12, excuse me, D greater than negative 6. We've got absolute value of h minus 5 less than or equal to 10. So we know that this is going to be a positive. Can a positive be less than or equal to 10? Sure it can. So now we're going to split it. We're going to have h minus 5 less than or equal to 10. H minus 5 greater than or equal to negative 10. Add 5 to both sides. H less than or equal to 15. Over here I'm going to add 5 to both sides. I get h greater than or equal to negative 5. Graphing this, here at negative 5 I would have a closed circle going to the right. Positive 15, I have a closed circle going to the left. So because this is an and, we're going to put it back together. I'm going to flip this one. -5 less than or equal to h. We're going to add that part. Less than or equal to 15. So let's find that one. Second to last one, right there. So here we have absolute value of 2s minus 7 is greater than or equal to -1. Now, we know that this is going to be a positive, right? Positive. Will a positive ever be greater than or equal to -1? Well, yeah, a positive will always be greater than -1. So this is an example of all real numbers. Because this we know is going to be positive, and it's always going to be greater than or equal to -1. So that's how you do number 7. Number 8. Absolute value of 4c plus 5 greater than 7. And we know that this is going to be positive, so we want to ask ourselves, can a positive be greater than 7? Sure, it can be. Now we're going to split it. We've got 4c plus 5 greater than 7. And we have 4c plus 5 less than -7. So if I minus 5 from both sides, I get 4c greater than 2. Divide both sides by 4. C is greater than a half. Over on the right side, if I minus 5 from both sides, I get 4c less than -12. Divide both sides by 4. I get c less than -3. If I graph this, -3 is an open circle going to the left, and 1/2 is going to be an open circle going to the right. So we're looking for this. And it is an or, so we can get rid of all of these ands. C is greater than a half, less than -3. So it is that one right there. Alright, so now we've got the absolute value of 5p plus 2 less than -4. Now, this we know is a positive, right? Can a positive be less than -4? A positive cannot be less than -4. So this is a no solution. Because we know that this is positive, and a positive cannot be less than -4. Number 10. We've got absolute value of 9 minus 4n is less than 5. And we want to think this is a positive, so can this positive be less than 5? Sure. Let's go ahead and do this one. We would separate it as 9 minus 4n less than 5, and 9 minus 4n greater than -5. I'm going to get rid of this positive 9 by minusing 9 from both sides. That gives me -4n less than -4. Then I'm going to divide both sides by a negative. We have to be really careful when you divide by a negative, you have to flip the inequality. So I'm going to get n greater than 1. Over on the other side, if I minus 9 from both sides, I get -4n is greater than -14. Divide both sides by -4. And we have to flip the inequality again, so I'll get n greater than a positive, let's see, 3.5. So I'm going to graph it. I've got 1 here. I've got an open circle going to the right. Oh, I forgot to flip my inequality, didn't I? This should be this should be n less than 3.5. And then here at 3.5, I should have an open circle going to the left. So this is an and. So we're going to have to put these together. So I'm going to take this one and flip it. That gives me 1 less than n. And then I'm going to put that on the end, less than 3.5. So let's get rid of all the ors. See if we can find out which one it is. Oh, the last one. All right, number 10. 6t minus 7, absolute, minus 8, greater than or equal to 3. I'm going to get rid of this minus 8 part first. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. Absolute value of 6t minus 7 is greater than or equal to 11. Now I'm going to split it, or rather I should ask myself, we know this is positive. Can it be greater than 11? Sure. So now, let's split it. 6t minus 7 greater than or equal to 11, and 6t minus 7 less than or equal to negative 11. So starting on the left, I'm going to get rid of that minus 7 by adding 7 to both sides. I get 6t greater than or equal to 18. Divide both sides by 6. T is greater than or equal to 3. Over here, I'm going to add 7 to both sides. It's going to give me 6t is less than or equal to negative 11 plus 7. Looks like that's negative 4. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 6. T is less than or equal to negative 2/3 when simplified. I'm going to graph it. I got negative 2/3, a closed circle running to the left, and positive 3, a closed circle running to the right. So this is an or, so we're looking for this. See if we can find it. So we're going to get rid of all the ands. Let's see. T is greater than or equal to 3. T is less than or equal to negative 2/3. So it's this one right here. The last one we have here, we've got absolute value of 3j minus 1 plus 6 greater than or equal to 0. I'm going to get rid of that plus 6 by minusing 6 from both sides. I get the absolute value of 3j minus 1 is greater than or equal to negative 6. Now, we know that this is going to be a positive. Will a positive ever be greater than or equal to negative 6? The answer is it will always be greater than or equal to negative 6. So our solution must be all real numbers. Alright guys, that was the homework for the solutions for Algebra D1 2.6.